Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode in my PrimeXBT leverage trading series. I really hope you've enjoyed this series so far. If you haven't watched some of my other videos, I encourage you to do that. There's a lot of education in there and a lot of risk management ideas to help keep you as safe as possible while leverage trading. If you haven't tried out PrimeXBT, I also recommend that. I do like using them for certain strategies with cross-margin accounts. They also added a lot of altcoins recently, and they have a co-vesting module on their website that you can use, and you can basically copy trade other traders and follow their strategies. Today's topic is going to be about buying springs or identifying fake breakdowns. During bullish market conditions like we've seen lately, there's a lot of panic selling. There's a lot of quick drops on low time frames, which are immediately bought back up and price continues higher. So rather than panic selling on these drops, it's best to wait for confirmation and get good risk to reward entries. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. All right, let's get right into it, everyone. We're going to first talk about fake breakdowns, and they're usually a high volume event. It's high volume selling, panic selling. It's more prominent on lower time frames, but it still appears on higher time frames. And it's usually really fast. Everyone panic sells, and then price immediately goes above that panic selling. And that's when everyone's forced to FOMO back in and buy back in. So there's confirmation pieces for this, and it gives you really good risk to reward opportunities for entry. So you take a look here, and you're going to see a high volume sell off here. Now, this one obviously goes lower, and why does it go lower, right? So if I see this here, I'm not trying to knife catch. I'm not trying to catch a bottom. Sure, I could buy here and it keeps going lower. I could buy here and it goes higher and I get lucky. But the point is here, I don't know how low this is going to go while this candle's happening, right? I don't know how low price is going to go. I don't have any confirmation for price to go higher, so I really can't buy anything yet. And this is what I talk about a lot on Twitter, is not knife catching, because knife catching is just risky. You don't know how low things are going to go. If you knife catch this whole drop without confirmation, you could be buying from 47,000 down to 42,000, and it goes all the way down to 30,000. So how do we not knife catch? How do we get our confirmation? Well, this is a high volume candle right here. This is what I'm looking at. I see a high volume candle, so I'm going to put a line on top of this candle, and we'll do a dotted line. All right. So here's a dotted line. So if this right here would have gotten back above, if this next candle would have been buyback above that, I would have said, okay, that's probably a fake out panic sell down to support. We close above here and we likely continue higher. All right. And it gives me a great risk to reward, because if I zoom in and if this candle closed just above here, all right, let's say we got a nice green candle here and it closes above here. All right. That's awesome. Now I'm going to say, okay, I don't want price to go back below this panic sell, right? I don't want price to go below there. We have a lot of high volume sellers trapped now. We break above there and they're all going to be forced to, oh no, I shouldn't have panic sold. And everyone that bought already has pushed price to here. Now all the people that sold have to buy back in and price goes higher. So that would have been my confirmation piece. I wouldn't have been knife catching here, and I wouldn't have bought here to only see price go down, another $10,000. So that doesn't happen. We get no confirmation. What next? All right, well, if we zoom out a little bit, we see another very high volume event, right? High volume breakdown. Okay, so I can now take this line and put it here. So if this next candle would have gotten back above this level, I would have said, okay, that was probably the bottom. We go higher again. It wasn't. We didn't go higher. We actually went lower again, right? Because this candle was rejected again at resistance. We dropped lower. So then you see here again, we have another high volume candle. Okay. And what happens? We actually closed above it. All right. So that's going to be some confirmation for me to say, okay, I could actually probably take a position here. I could consider buying this because my risk to reward is pretty low. Now, I would normally go to lower time frames for this. This is a daily chart. So I'd probably go to lower time frames to actually see how things look, see if we're going to hold this support line, et cetera, et cetera. But you could see here, we bounced from this area and we got almost a 10% bounce. That's perfect for me as a trader. If I have a higher target set, let's say that I thought price was going to go, way back up here. All right. And it didn't, and it went back lower, and now I'm underwater. Well, once we get that bounce, I can at least put my stop loss to break even. Now it's a risk-free trade. If I don't take any profit up here, I at least get stopped out at break even. All right. Okay, so if we come over here, again, we're going to see a similar situation. So we've got increased selling volume and immediate buyback. All right. Not only do we close above this candle, which gives us basically a bullish engulfing candle, we actually closed above the other sell candle too. So we got above 2 days worth of selling in 1 day of buying on higher volume too. So those high volume buyers coming in. So I could say now, all right, cool. I don't want to see us go below there, but we actually got above this line as well. So now I could have some more confidence in that and say, okay, as long as we hold above this line, it gives me a really good risk to reward for that to potentially be a bottom. And so I would probably put my I could put my stop loss below here or below here. And either way, it's pretty low risk to reward basis. And if I just go to the immediate resistance shown, that's a 4% risk to a 20% reward. That's great, right? And maybe even if I zoom out more, I could have higher targets there. Now let's go to lower time frames and see if we have anything stand out in that area. All right, so we zoomed into that area and you're going to see here a high volume sell candle. So my level is going to be here. All right, if we get above this, immediately, I'm going to feel good about that being a bottom. Well, what happens? I'm not knife catching here. We fall again. Am I going to buy here? No. Why would I buy here? That's, again, knife catching, right? Now, it did build a little support base. Maybe on lower time frames, I have some sort of similar situation here on this candle. But again, for now, this isn't my new level, okay? This is the level that price needs to hold on the 4-hour chart. So you see here, we break down. We could easily just keep breaking down, right? This is high volume selling, high volume selling. Is this panic selling or is this, continued sell-off? Well, this one was continued sell-off. We never got back above it. So now I'm going to say, all right, well, is this one continued selling or was that panic selling? And I don't know that until we get above, right? Now you could see here, we reject. So I'm still unsure, all right, because our open on this one was 38.39 and our close here was 38.17. So we don't technically have a close above yet. So I wait. Now this candle gives me a close above and I can say, all right, I might have some confidence here. Not only that, it closes above this high volume as well. So actually this would probably be my new level to where I'm going to say, all right, if I want a long here, I'm going to put a stop loss again, either below here or below here. All right, and of course, we have a new candle here, so there we go. All right, so 2% risk, and again, my most immediate resistance is 6% ahead. So that's 2 risk, 6 reward. Still a great risk to reward. And if I zoom out, maybe I'm saying, okay, actually, I might be able to get higher here and get to my 20% target like we had on the daily, okay? Let's go with the examples again. All right, you can see here we have a consolidation here. And people are likely bullish during this consolidation, and they're expecting it to go higher. Well, what happens? They buy here, waiting for it to break out, and moon. It doesn't. It drops. What happens now? They panic sell. They get stopped out. Everyone closes their position. So for me personally as a trader, I'm either A, waiting for a breakout here. Once I get the breakout, then I can buy, which I have videos of that, by the way. If I don't get a breakout, I have a breakdown, okay? Now I haven't bought yet because I had no breakout. I'm not knife catching because I don't know how low this could go, and I'm just waiting, all right? So now what do I see? Look at this breakdown, all right? And I'll get rid of this stuff so we can see it better. All right, this is a picture perfect. I love trading this. Notice this high volume here at the bottom. Okay, so that's some panic selling. All right, here we have no confirmation of anything. This could easily go down lower. Here, what do we have, you guys? We have a close above the breakdown, right? We have a close above the breakdown. Not only that, we have a retest, which is my maximum risk to reward entry opportunity. And that's where sometimes I can literally buy right here on that retest and put a mega tight stop loss and whatever my target's going to be, okay? And there we go. So that's a great risk to reward. Perfect trade. I waited for confirmation. I didn't try to knife catch because you never know how low this could go. Again, if I tried to knife catch here, look, it just kept going lower, all right? All right, so we'll actually see a couple more examples here on Ethereum. And what you're gonna see here is we have this high volume breakdown here. No close above yet. All right, we reject another high volume breakdown. So now my level goes to here, all right? This is where I'm watching. And now look what happens. We have this sell here. People that knife catch here, they might end up panic selling down here. So knife catching is just risky. It's hard. You don't know how low you could go. If I knife catch here, look at how low my next support is. So let's just say my target's gonna be at the top of this, and my stop loss would have to be below the next support, which is way lower. So that's an 8% risk to a 10% reward. It's not ideal at all. All right, I at least want a 2 to 1. So I at least want a 5% risk to 10% reward or something similar. Okay, so I just wait. I'm patient. I say, okay, this can keep going lower if it wants, or if the market decides to buy this back, which you notice there was higher volume even. If the market decides to buy this back, great. I can get in here. We now have a close above. We get a second close above. And, I can put my stop loss. I usually like to put it below one of these supports over here. And you're going to see now I have an 8% reward and a 2% risk. It's a great risk to reward. I'll take that every time. Over time, you can lose a few of these trades, still be profitable. All right. So now, do we have another situation as such? Okay. So I do see, and I like it when it's from consolidation, especially. So you can see here again, we have some consolidation. We have this breakdown on high volume. All right. I'm just going to draw my line here and say, okay, I don't want to knife catch this. I want to wait. I'm just going to be patient. I'm going to set an alert here. If price breaks back above this, I will get that alert. I can buy in. And that's the great part about this, you guys, is you can just set alerts for this kind of stuff. I have a big breakdown here. Rather than, maybe watching this and getting chopped up or trying to short it or whatever, I can just set this alert, walk away, and in 8 hours, after, when this breaks back above, I'll get that alert. I come check out the chart. I see that we closed above it again. Now I can buy. I've got another really good risk to reward ratio here. Okay. Usually I go below one of these supports and bam here. So I've got a 1% risk, 7% reward. And you're going to see this on mega bullish charts, mega bullish trends. So here again, and this is actually going to be a spring type scenario here. So at the beginning, I talked about fake breakdowns or springs, and springs usually happen like at the end of a reaccumulation period. Okay, so I apologize for the terrible picture quality, but this is a reaccumulation pattern. So what you're going to see is an uptrend, sideways, quick sell-off, spring type event, and then it goes straight up. This is where people get the best entry, or late entry, I should say. And this is where a lot of people panic sell before price goes straight up and they miss the run. All right, because they're like, okay, I'm fine. This usually happens very quickly. People panic sell because they're watching low time frames. And then it's immediately bought back up and price continues on its way. And now you want to see price immediately bought back up. All right, you want to see after the spring, you basically want to see price go straight up. You don't want to see more choppy sideways. So what can happen there is it can go sideways and then fall over, and that's a failed spring. So let's go back to the AVAX chart because we're going to have both scenarios at play here. So we're going to have a parallel channel like this. All right. And you're going to see here, this is a reaccumulation pattern. So we have this quick uptrend, nice impulse up, sideways, reaccumulation, spring, test, we continue up. All right. And not only that, notice here that it's straight up. We go immediately straight up. It's pretty much, if you think this is a spring, you get here at max risk to reward entry and you want to see it go straight up. If it doesn't go straight up, I would get out. So I zoom in and let me get rid of this. And then so it goes along with the principles of our other trade idea where we break down, reclaimed, and we continue upwards. Picture perfect. And we even had a similar idea over here. bam, right? This breakdown was reclaimed. So it works on a lot of different charts, different time frames, all right? You see here, it doesn't always work out. We had this quick buyback. It worked out for a minute and then it fell over. So this is why you want good risk to reward, because it's not going to work out 100% of the time. Nothing's ever 100% in the markets. But even if you're getting this, 60 or 70% of the time and your risk to reward is good, you can be very profitable with these kind of scenarios. All right, so here's another really good example, you guys. This one is on Gala from KuCoin. And basically you're going to see here a nice impulse and just some sideways. Sideways, sideways, sideways. All right. And I'm actually going to go to a little lower time frames, but we can zoom back out here as well. And you're going to see here is our spring. All right, so this is our sideways accumulation. Or reaccumulation, I should say. So we've got our reaccumulation. And then right at the end here, we have a spring, high volume wick, buyback, and then we have our test here. So this is where I could potentially get in on a test. If I don't want to get in on the test, I can wait and I can get in on our breakdown that we talked about. So I put my lines here, all right? And notice that not only did it reclaim this breakdown, it reclaimed this breakdown as well. And look what happened shortly after. Mega, mega, mega pump. Mega pump. All right, and so if we zoom out to the daily chart, clear out everything, you're going to see this spring. It's pretty much goes straight up. Our breakdown is here. And look what happens. We reclaim the breakdown. You wait for that retest. We get the retest and bam. And that's like a 200% gain. Even more maybe. Almost 200% gain, you guys. So that's awesome. That's picture perfect. That's exactly what you want to see. It's not always that clean, but when it is that clean, it's great to be able to take advantage of it. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. I've got tons more content on the way, and I will catch you guys next time.